Welcome everyone to another survival game guide in our Return to Moria series. We're talking about farming today for those farmers out there, and yes, indeed, farming does exist in Moria. I mean, dwarves gotta eat, and besides something besides like meat, and they have a very like simple farming system in the game, but there are like a few little things to keep in mind when you want to farm. And farming, I think, is actually pretty important in the game because you can use those ingredients to make higher quality meals, which they kind of provide you with like better boosts of your better status effects basically. So it's not a bad idea to farm just to get these ingredients and make these better and advanced meals to just like help yourself out in the mines, right? So let's get into it. First things first, there are two ways to farm. There is finding these farm plots that exist kind of like in various areas in the mines. This is like a little house that somebody has, and they were starting a farm out here clearly, and they have like these little plots here. There's also like what looks like kind of like agriculture, maybe like markets or something. Again, abandoned, obviously. And they have like these little plots, like maybe like one of these little slots here, and you can usually identify them with these vases that are like chilling outside of the shop. They look like a little bit like this, but they're actually like standing up and not in the ground. So that's kind of like an indicator that hey, that's like a farm shop. And you can also use those small plots to farm as well. But you can also, a second method here, you can also make your own farm plots. Now you do need bat dung to do that, to kind of like unlock the recipe. Let's see if we can't go to our recipe list and see if we can't find something. Actually, no, I think it might be in our build menu. Here we are, yes, our farm patch and our farm box. So to make the patch, we need iraz, granite, and bat droppings, and the same thing here. The farm patch is obviously less expensive. We only need 3 granite and 2 droppings, whereas if we're making the actual box, like the things I believe next to me there, you'll need 10 granite and 6 droppings. Now, granite you're going to find when you actually enter the mines past the Elven Quarter. You have to go a little bit deeper in there, but it does exist there. It's hard to get. You're going to get a pretty advanced pickaxe to get there, to harvest it. And the bat droppings, they obviously come from bats. You can sometimes get them. I've had them come after me, after my base here at the very beginning of the game. Oh no. But you can also get them like in the mines as well. They tend to spawn there too. And they're just kind of like all over that place. So they're kind of like they're common, but also like not that common. So hope that droppings will drop for you if you encounter a bat. But otherwise, if you don't have that and you really want to start farming, just come to like these little places here, and you find like, these little plots, and you can put stuff in. Now you might be wondering, okay, well we have that. What can I plant in here? So you can plant almost every of like the vegetables and stuff that you find. Like here's cranberries. These are the ones that you can't plant. They're kind of like special in my opinion. Like these kind of like little things. But like you could plant like sunions and a number of like spices that you can kind of find in the game. And all that. So here's some sunion actually right here. We'll just pick this up. And some of these things you can put directly in. So, for example, with our sunion, we can just put that in. You can put the mushrooms in. We'll just quick put that in there. And we're like, yay, it's good. It's growing. You can kind of see there. It's hard to see because it's like grayed out. But it's growing, basically. So you just put it right in, and it'll start growing. Now, when it comes to mushrooms and certain other plants, too, some vegetables and whatnot, they have a certain amount of light that they need or do not need. And that's just kind of like where I guess the most complicated part of farming comes. And that is like the light source. So a lot of these like sunions and vegetables, they require light. Which if it was daytime, we would see like would be coming through like one of those guys, and there'd be like a nice little light beam right here. And they would use that to grow basically. Mushrooms and a few other vegetables, they do not want light. They need like at least half light or lower. So you can see you can see basically what the light source is with that little circle that's like above, hovering above the plot there. That means this is in full light. So if we put a mushroom here, we can see this says, we can't really see it 'cause it's like so terrible. They need to fix that. But it says pick mushroom, but it says too much light, so it's not growing. This one says, growing. This one says too much light, so we'll uproot the mushroom just to pull it out of there. And so we know that this isn't going to work. We need to find like another plot that's like in the shadow, or build a plot and put it in the shadow. So that's something to keep in mind, that like if it says there's too much light there, it just means you need to move that to a darker area. And you might have the opposite problem where you want to put like your farm box in your base, but you're not getting sunlight, because torches they don't qualify as a light source. Basically, you need like actual kind of like bright light. Now, if you find a sunstone somewhere in the mines, they're a little bit deeper. You'll have to progress quite a bit to find one. You can make a lamp, and with that lamp, it basically kind of like becomes like a sun source, if you will, which provides enough light for you to then plant the vegetables that require bright light. So, you might have to travel a little bit if you want to put a box in your base, and your base doesn't have like a nice little sunbeam coming down or whatever. Otherwise, just focus on growing all the dark plants, all the plants that require like not that much light. So that's kind of like it for the light thing. Like I said, that's the most challenging part. Otherwise, literally, you just put it right in, and then it grows. And it only takes like a day, I think, to like grow. So you can go there the next day, and your vegetable or whatever will be grown. So besides like picking up vegetables and whatnot, you might be wondering, okay, is there any other way that I can get like seeds or something? And seeds do exist in the game. You actually need to hit these potted plants, and sometimes they will drop one. I'm not getting any luck here, but sometimes they will drop a little bag of seeds. Ooh, take some of that actually. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we use our other guy? But and then you can get like some seeds that way too. I know they spawn as well with like they should be giving me some. Oh, there we go, some fennel seeds. Thank you, finally. So you get like fennel seeds. You can get thyme seeds. We have white bean seeds. So just hit these pots that you see, and also the ones that are like outside of like a little farming store place. You'll see like I said, like those pots that are not buried in the dirt. They're just kind of like chilling there. You can hit those too, and they will also give you seeds. So since we have seeds, we'll put in some thyme. That's growing. We'll put in our fennel. That's growing, and we'll just put in some white beans. So those are all growing right now. Let's quick go to sleep, if I can find my way out of here. And I'll just quick show you that literally they'll be basically grown the next day. Just hop over here. It's nighttime anyway. The guy's like, I'm scared. We gotta go to bed. There we go. We'll start heading this way. But yeah, so it basically takes a day to harvest, and from what I have seen, it looks like it only gives you one. So the ratio is a little bit weird. Obviously, if you have seeds, that's the way to go. If you can find those, because I think they might give you a little bit more. But and then I think I'm not sure if you can fertilize it with the bat droppings after you have them, but something to test for sure. But otherwise, basically that's just how you farm. And it's really that easy. Is you just find a little thing, pop something in there, and then it grows, and then literally the next day you're good to go. So here's our house. Just quick. Actually, you know what? Let's just put a little bit of food in here, shall we? Looks great. All right. Some stuffed mushrooms, delicious. And we'll head back over there. fall right here. Boom! Alright, so we can see our Sunyan is ready to go. So we'll just pull that out. And then I believe we planted these over here. Oh, we got cranberries that are growing already. That's kind of nice. So I think those take a little bit longer to grow. But they do seem to do that. And then boom, here we go. We have our thyme. So we can pick that up. We're going to pick that up. And we're going to... oh, my inventory's full. But we would have picked that up. Let's throw something out. Let's just... oh, I like all of this. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know what? We'll just come back for it. But anyway, but that is that's basically as easy as it is, and you could just like plant some more or whatever, and there you go. You got your a steady supply of resources, ingredients for you to then use. I would, like I said, I would primarily focus on the seeds because you can't cook with the seeds, so just plant seeds, and then you'll have your thyme or whatever that you can then use to make more advanced meals and just buff yourself. Which is very helpful for the more complex, more complicated battles out there. So hopefully you found that helpful. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.